Good day, YouTubers. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm working on replacing the center of the Hydralizer or HHO device that I use to save fuel on my truck. As you can see, I've rebuilt it with thicker stainless steel washers this time. And instead of running down the center, I ran the two rods with plastic inserts. And when I checked it with continuity, one was hot, the next one was not from each side. So I know that I got it right. This is the canister I put it in. It is a stainless steel crock for putting your kitchen utensils in. I got it from Walmart. And this is a sewer cap that I used. I went ahead and put in a plumbing device like this so it could breathe, and then the air could go one way from the draw of the vacuum from the carb and engine. So I don't need a bubbler. I got around that by doing that. These are the items that I used to build it with. As you can see here, there's small washers, 6mm centers, 6mm lock nuts. These are 6mm center black washers. I did the black washers so I could tell if I had enough space for the little washers here. You use 3 of these, 2 of these. On the other side you use 2 of these, and then every one is bolted down with a lock nut. So I think this will be more substantial as far as production of hydrogen, which will improve my gas mileage even more. I watched a video where a person had a 75 mile per tank full of gas increase on a car. So I'm thinking this might do 100. My tank is 37.2 gallons though, so it might be closer to 150, 200, who knows. We'll see. I'm going to do measurements after I put it back together. But let me show you how I hooked it up. I've got this braided hose that travels to the side of the intake of the carburetor. And because when you turn the engine on, it draws air, it pulls the hydrogen through without having to go through a bubbler. And with that additional hose letting air into the tank, it all flows in one direction. So far, I haven't had any problem. These are the 2 wires I used to hook it up with. There's a ground and a hot. I made sure one was red and one was black. This hot wire is put on a switch, which goes back into here and underneath the dash. And then the dash switch, the other side, is connected to a ignition key outlet on the fuse box. And what it does is when the car comes off, it turns off the device. I can also switch it off if I don't want to use it while I'm driving. I thought it would be great to have that option. Anyway, this is what we're doing today. What we did yesterday was refurb this windshield washer reservoir. It had cracked completely off and was hanging down. So I took it apart and I used Gorilla Glue to attach the plastic back to where it belonged and pieced it in as it fit. Then I put my aluminum backing on it with 1 screw underneath here. I don't know if you can see it, but I put 1 wood screw down there, cut it off so it didn't get in the way of putting it on the bolt. And then I finally figured out why I didn't have any washer fluid coming up. But what had happened is it had gotten stuck on the inner fender and the fender liner, and it pinched it off to where it wasn't letting any water flow to the squirters on the windshield wiper. So I cut that part of the hose off and hooked it back up. Now they're working. Thanks for listening. Please subscribe. Subscribe if you have the inclination to do so. And thanks for listening to my channel.